back, and he needs to get it back in the mountains because he's bound to lose some once we get to the time trial. Basso is the rider that responds and looks as if Valverde has got his measure today. Rodriguez in trouble, not surprisingly, after all the work he has done, but he manages to stay in the slipstream of Robert Geesing as Mosquera looks across the shoulder to see what sort of damage he's done, and it's not too much so far. Robert Geesing may just decide that today is a day for him to follow the wheels and save for the big attack tomorrow, but Navarro has lost contact with Sanchez. He just needs to find his rhythm and limit his losses. He's still in with a chance of maintaining his position in the top 10 overall. He started the day in 9th place, 3 minutes and 53 seconds behind, but he's got the likes of Damiano Cunego and Tom Danielson, we believe at least, still behind him on the road. Well, now Sanchez is going forward by himself. Evans has cracked finally. He was showing some signs of this, and even yesterday, Alejandro Valverde said that Cadel Evans was showing some signs of weaknesses and being vulnerable. Today, he's shown some more of them. He has had some misfortune with the rear wheel punch, a slow change and then a bike change, and now Sanchez is starting to ride away from him. Evans was not likely to get any assistance here from Paulo Tirolongo from the Lamprey squad. He's going to have to do it all on his own. Could this be the top 4 in the general classification by the time we make it to Madrid? Basso, Mosquera, Valverde and Geesing. It may well not be in that order, but you juggle it around and see which one might miss out on a podium place finish. All of them would be deserving of it. Mosquera, for mine at this stage, would be the one to miss out. Robert Geesing is certainly doing a performance deserving of finish on the podium. Alejandro Valverde has been putting a lot of pressure on himself for this in Vuelta a Espana, asking for a lot from his teammates, likewise with Ivan Basso. Any 4 of those riders would well and truly have earned their position on the podium by the time they make it in Madrid, but clearly one of them has to miss out. Inside the final 6 kilometres now for David Moncuccio. Once he gets through the 5k to go banner, he's got a descent for approximately 800 to 1,000 metres before he starts climbing again. But the climb isn't particularly difficult in the final few kilometres up towards the finish line. And Moncuccio certainly looks as if he is going to survive and get that stage victory he's been searching for. Evans through the banner at 7 kilometres to go as he's trying to get back on terms with Samuel Sanchez, as we're seeing Sanchez still doing all the work by himself. Koos Meerenhout, the Dutch national champion, is losing contact. He won't worry too much about trying to stay in the wheel of Sanchez. He won't worry too much either about trying to stay with Cadel Evans. His job for the day is done. Spoken on a number of occasions throughout this year's race about the risk Samuel Sanchez has taken in season 2009 by basing the entire year around the Vuelta a Espana to try and win the general classification. But looks as if Sanchez, that chance is slipping through his fingers today. He's limited his losses on the group containing Valverde. It's now 48 seconds the gap as Rodriguez has been dropped from that group, and Basso is starting to feel and hear the time checks of Samuel Sanchez starting to claw his way back, and he wants to put time into the Spaniard. He also wants to put time into Evans as he goes through to the front now, and he's looking to consolidate a position onto the podium. Well, Valverde doesn't need to attack this group at all, really. He's got a little bit of time up his sleeve. He's got just 18 seconds ahead of Robert Geesing, and he's got 53 seconds ahead of Alejandro Valverde, and he was on par, in fact, a fraction ahead of those 2 men in the individual time trial around Valencia. He's now putting time into Cadel Evans, who is one of the riders that he would have feared if he was still in contact coming down to that individual time trial. So far, for Alejandro Valverde, he hasn't had to attack, and everything has just fallen into place for him. This is the 5 kilometre to go banner for David Moncuccio. This is the part of the climb that becomes a descent as he goes downhill here for around about 1 kilometre or so. It'll be a great relief for the Frenchman. He'll be able to get a time check to indicate that he's still got 4 minutes up his sleeve. Surely he won't lose that in closing 5 kilometres, and it would be the win that I'm sure will bring a smile to all of the French public at least, and I'm sure to a lot of the English-speaking public that have been watching this race as well, because he has been one of the riders to go on the attack, looking for the stage victory. An unfortunate second place finish on stage 8, also looking to consolidate his position in the race for the King of the Mountains jersey. It's been a big adventure for Moncoutier, and it's one that's going to bear fruit. Evans lost the white jersey yesterday as the leader of the combination classification for the most consistent across the 3 main competitions. He's wearing it as a result of Valverde actually being the leader of that competition. So Valverde wearing gold, Evans wears white. He lost the white jersey yesterday in real terms, and today he might be losing himself even more than that as he's starting to lose himself as position in the top 3 overall. And Mosquera is sensing his opportunity to pounce. Group of the leaders, well, it's the group of the leaders in terms of the general classification. Basso, Valverde, Gessing and Mosquera. The leader on the road is Moncoutier. Basso looking across the shoulder. He's wondering what he can do with Robert Gessing, and maybe those two need to continue just to work together on this stage to continue to put time into Samuel Sanchez and Cadel Evans. But Sanchez, the plucky little Spaniard, is starting to fight back and clawing some time on this leading group. He's limiting his losses and doing a fraction better than that. He's starting to almost reel them back in, although the time check, the last one we've had, was still around the 40-second mark. It's one of the great characters of Spanish cycling. We can see the effects from that crash on stage 8, and it wasn't a big crash in terms of one of these spectacular crashes like we saw at Liège, but the main damage that he did was to the ribs on the right-hand side of his body, and that certainly slowed him down throughout the first few stages in the mountains, and it has caught up with him in this the 3rd stage or the 4th stage of racing in the mountains, with still another one to go tomorrow. The 3.4 kilometres to go, that's for David Moncoutier at the head of the race, as we see the group containing the gold jersey of Valverde going through the 5 kilometre to go. Mark at the gap is at 2 minutes and 26 seconds for David Moncoutier. Will the Frenchman hold on? He's been losing time very rapidly across the closing few kilometres or so up until this point. But the last 3 kilometres of racing, they should be a little bit easier for the Frenchman. He should be able to make them. Well, there hasn't really been any great series of attacks. Is this Samuel Sanchez going through the banner at 5 kilometres to go? It is indeed, and he's now down to a gap of just 35 seconds behind that group containing the gold jersey of Alejandro Valverde. So maybe by the time Samuel Sanchez makes it to the finish line, he could be back in contention. This is 3 to go for Moncoutier. He's on the easier part of the climb, as much as you can call it an easier part of the climb. He's effectively been climbing for the last 26 kilometres, and he's got more than 60 kilometres of climbing in his legs today. He's been in the breakaway since the very start. He broke one of the first climb of the day, which started as soon as the flag came in. It was a category 3 climb. He collected the points at the top of that one, and he's just gone on with it. Valverde, just a nod of recognition to the TV camera and maybe a little bit of a hello to everybody around Spain. As we see, Cadel Evans is starting to get a sense of him being able to claw himself back into contention as well. He'll be getting the time checks, and I would be curious to know just how far he is behind. Likewise with Tom Danielson, the American, yet to get a time check on the rider from the Garmin Slipstream squad. There's also the battle for the time bonifications on today's stage. As we see, Evans now is at 48 seconds, so Samuel Sanchez is at 35, Evans is at 49. Moncoutier has got 2 minutes and 26 seconds up his sleeve on the group containing Valverde. He should make it. But the battle for the 2nd and 3rd place finish on the stage might prove decisive by the end of this year's Vuelta a Espana. With 20 seconds time bonus for the win, that should go to Moncoutier. There's 12 seconds for 2nd place and 8 seconds for 3rd place. And Evans just knows how important those time bonifications are, because it was a few days ago now that Valverde got third place on the stage, an 8-second time bonification, and got the gold jersey away from Evans. Carlo Tirolonga was the Italian rider that is with him in the lamprey colours, not offering any assistance whatsoever to Evans, who is actually